Okay, good morning, class. How's your day so far?
Morning, sir.
Morning,
Morning,
sir.
sir.
We're fine, sir.
Sir, fine, sir.
Okay, that's good to hear. So I can expect a full blast of energy and active participation from you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So, before we begin the lesson this morning, let us the guidance of Almighty God and let us enlighten our mind to completely understand the lesson this morning. Okay, Mr. Reniel, kindly lead the prayer.
Okay, so bow our head and feel the presence of the Lord. So, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Reniel. So, I would like to request everyone to turn off your microphone for you to hear me when I'm discussing. Just click the raise hand button and unmute it when you want to recite or you want to ask something. Did I make myself did I make myself clear?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
thank
sir.
you. Before we move forward to our topic this morning, Mr. JR, kindly check the attendance.
Yes, sir.
Is there any absent for today?
None, sir. All present, sir.
Okay, that's good to hear. So, let's move forward to the first activity for today. So, this activity is entitled Tulungan Mo Naman Ako or Tulungan Mo Ako. So, as a review for the past lesson, the teacher will call random student and let the student identify what electrical tools is being presented by tapping the raise hand button. So, let's begin. For the first tool, what tool is it?
Pliers,
Mr.
sir.
Okay, Danjo. Let's see if is it liar. Okay, you're right. So, the second one, Mr. J. Art.
Screwdriver, sir, or flat screwdriver.
Okay, let's see. Yes, you are correct. So, the third one, Mr. Argel.
Tape ruler, sir.
Tape ruler or tape measure. So, I'm glad that you understand well the past lesson or our previous topic. So, let's move forward to the second activity this morning. So, this activity is entitled Ayusin Mo Ako. So, Mr. Danjo, can you read the instruction?
The teacher will divide the class into two groups, the group A and group B. The teacher will present pictures and jumbled letters using PowerPoint presentation. As the teacher say go, everyone should participate to arrange and figure out the word by tapping the raise hand button. The teacher will be the one to say what group tap the raise hand button first and have the opportunity to guess the letter word. The group who will gain the highest points will be the winner.
Okay, is that clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's move forward to the activity. So for the group A, it composed of 6 members. Includes Rainiel, Christine, Claire, Argel, Raymond, and Jessa. For the group B, J. Art, Danjo, Joshua, Daniel, Venry, and Jessica. Okay, let's begin. For jumbled letter word number 1 for 5 points, just put click the raise hand button. Okay, Argel.
Lamp, sir.
Lam, let's see. Okay, Lam, 5 points for your group. For the second group, or for the second jumbled letter word, yes, J Art.
Use, sir.
Fuse. Okay, let's see if it's a fuse. Yes. So, another points for the group of J Art. For the third one, for 10 points, yes, Danjo.
Meter, sir.
Meter. Okay, let's see. Okay, you have 20 points. Then for the last one, yes, Rainiel.
Voltmeter, sir.
Okay, you got only 15 points for your group. So the winner for this activity is the group of Danjo. So let's move forward to the questions for this morning. The first question I'm going to ask is, what do you notice about the pictures presented? Mr. J. Art?
Switch, sir, and
Okay. The second question I'm going to ask is, are you familiar with this kind of electrical devices? Mr. Ferrer?
Yes, sir.
So, what electrical devices did you see or did you saw in the pictures or the presentation presented?
Sir, switch and lamp, sir.
Okay, I'm glad that you are familiar with this kind of electrical devices. So, electrical devices have different electrical symbols, and this is our topic for today. So, basic electrical symbols. So, electrical symbols, let's define first what is electrical symbol. Kindly read Mr. or Miss Jessa Marie. Okay, I think Jessa Marie is not around. Raymond, kindly read the presentation.
Electrical symbols. Electrical symbols is a graphical representation of basic electrical and electronic devices or components. These symbols are used in circuit and electrical diagrams to recognize a component, and it is also called as a schematic symbol. Each component has typical functionality according to its operational characteristics.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ferrer. You can now mute your microphone. So, electrical symbol represent the components of electrical and electronic circuit and do not define any function or process unless the circuit is implemented with components being physically used. There is a circuit symbol for each, and every electrical component or device used in a circuit, such as passive components, active components, measuring instrument, logic gates, and many more. Now, I will show you some electrical symbol that can be used in electrical diagrams. The first one is the switch. Okay, kindly read Mr. Rumasanta.
Switch. An electrical switch serves the purpose of controlling the flow of electrical current within a circuit. It can be used to both inhibit the flow of the current or to initiate it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Romasanta. So, this is what electrical switch looks like. So, this is what electrical switch in symbols when it is open and closed. So, electric switch is a device for opening and closing electrical circuit under normal load conditions, usually operated manually. There are many designs of switches. A common type is or are the toggle or tumbler. Switch is widely used in home lighting and other application. So is that clear, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now
Yes,
let's
sir.
move
yes, sir.
forward to the second symbol. Mr. Argel, can you read the definition of a fuse?
An electrical safety device that operates to provide overcurrent protection of an electrical circuit. Its essential component is a metal wire or strip that melts when too much current flows through it, thereby stopping or interrupting the current.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Argel, for reading the presentation. So this is what fuse looks like. So, and this is the electrical symbol of a switch or a fuse, should I say. So a fuse is commonly consists of current conducting strip or wire of easily fusible metal that melts. In those interrupts the circuit of which is a part. Whenever the circuit is made to carry current larger than that for which it is intended. The screw plug fuse was once commonly used in domestic electrical systems. So are we clear with the use of fuse, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's move forward to the commonly, or should I say, most common electrical devices that we see. So this is a battery. So let me read it for you. So battery is a device that stores energy and then discharges it by converting chemical energy into electricity. Typical batteries most often produce electricity by chemical means through the use of one or more electrochemical cells. So this is what battery looks like. And the electrical symbol is just like this. So a battery is a device that convert chemical energy contained with its active materials directly into electric energy by means of an electrochemical oxidation or reduction. So that it is called also redox reaction. This type of reaction involves the transfer of electrons from one material to another via an electric circuit. So are we clear with the use of battery, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now let's move forward to the diode. Kindly read, Mr. Danjo.
Diode. An electrical component that allows the flow of current in only one direction. In circuit diagrams, a diode is represented by a triangle with a line across one vertex.
Okay, thank you for reading the definition of diode, Mr. Danjo. So again, this is diode looks like, and this is the symbol of a diode. Okay, just take note, class. This is the definition, or should I say, this is the electric symbol of a diode. So diodes are also known as rectifiers because they can change alternating current or AC into pulsating direct current or DC. Diodes are rated according to their type, voltage, and current capacity. Diodes have polarity, determined by an anode or positive lead and cathode the negative lead. Most diodes allow current to flow only when positive voltage is applied to the anode. A variety of diode configuration are are we clear with the use of diode, especially Mr. Danjo? Okay, thank you. Now let's move forward to another electrical devices which has a electrical symbol. So resistor, kindly read Mr. Romasanta.
Resistor, an electrical component that limits or regulates the flow of electrical current in an electronic circuit. Resistors can also be used to provide a specific voltage for an active device such as transistor.
Okay, thank you Mr. Romasanta. So I have a question for you. Did you see or did you find already what resistor is, or did you have any idea what resistor is? Okay, none. Okay, if none, then I'm going to the one. I'm going to describe what resistor is. So this is resistor, and the electrical symbol is just like this. So a resistor is a passive two-terminal electrical component that implements electrical resistance as a circuit element. In an electronic and electrical circuit, resistors are used to reduce current flow, adjust signal levels to divide voltage, bias active elements, and terminate transmission lines. Among other uses, it is also a device that has electrical resistance and that is used in an electric circuit for protection, operation, or current control. So are we clear with the use of resistor, class?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's move forward to the lamp. So I will read it for you. So a lamp is a device for producing illumination. Originally, a vessel containing a wick soak in a combustible material and subsequently such other light producing instrument as gas and electric lamps. So are you familiar with so should I say are you familiar with a lamp? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then this is the electrical symbol of a lamp. Okay, just take note. This is the electric symbol of a lamp. So, lamp is a device for producing illumination. Just a simple use of a lamp is for illumination. For the next one, voltmeter. Kindly read, Mr. J. Art. Okay, I think J. Art is now experiencing bad connection. So, Mr. Danjo, kindly read the voltmeter definition.
Hello, sir.
Okay.
Voltmeter, also known as voltage meter, an instrument used for measuring the potential difference or voltage between 2 points in an electrical or electronic circuit. Some voltmeters are intended for use in direct current circuits. Others are designed for alternating current circuits.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Danjo, for reading the definition of voltmeter. So, this is voltmeter looks like, and this is the electric symbol, as simple as that. A circle and two lines in the left and right side, and then letter V at the center. So when analyzing the operation of electrical and electronic circuit, or trying to understand why a circuit does not work as expected, eventually you will need to use a voltmeter to measure the various voltage level. Voltmeter used for the measurement of voltage come in many shapes and sizes, either analogs or digital, or as a part of digital multimeter more commonly used today. So the next one is the ammeter. Kindly read, Mr. Romasanta.
Ammeter. Ammeter is an instrument for measuring either direct or alternating electric current in amperes. An ammeter can measure a wide range of current values because at high values only a small portion of the current is directed through the meter mechanism. A shunt, a shunt in parallel with the meter carries the major, major portion.
So I thank you, Mr. Romasanta, for reading the definition of ammeter. So this is the actual picture of an ammeter. And this is the electrical symbol. So as simple as that again, the electrical symbol of ammeter is a circle with an A, letter A in the center, and in the left and right side has a line. So ammeter is an instrument for measuring either direct or alternating current. An ammeter can measure a wide range of current values because at high values, only a small portion of the current is directed through the meter mechanism. A shunt in parallel with the meter carries the major portion. So the next one is the motor. So motor is an electrical machine that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Most electric motors operate through the interaction between the motor's magnetic field and electric current in a wire winding to generate force in the form of torque applied on the motor shaft. So this is motor looks like. In the electric symbol of motor is again as simple as that. Circle a aim or letter M in the center, and the left side has an line. And the second one, second to the last, should I say, is the buzzer. So kindly read, Mr. J. Art.
Ah, buzzer is a device that provides an audio signal in a circuit when a voltage is applied to it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. J. Art. So are you familiar with the buzzer, Mr. J. Art? Mr. J. Art, are you still there? Okay, I think Mr. J. Art having a bad connection. So
Sir?
this is what buzzer looks like, and this is the electrical symbol of a buzzer. So a buzzer or beeper is an audio signaling device, which may be mechanical, electromechanical, or piezoelectric, or the piezo. Typically used, the typical use of buzzer or beeper includes alarm devices, timers, train, and confirmation of user input such as mouse, click, or stroke. Next one is ground. Mr. Rainiel, kindly read again.
Ground is a direct electrical connection to the earth, connection to a particular point in an electrical or electronic circuit, or an indirect connection that operates as the result of capacitance between wireless equipment in the earth or a large mass of conductive material.
Okay, thank you for reading the definition of ground, Mr. Rainiel. So this is what ground looks like. And this is the electric symbol of a ground. So the purpose of the ground is to give excess electrical charges a safe place to go. The solid mass of Earth below was fit has a negative electric charge, which means positive electrical charges are naturally attracted to it. Grounding gives electricity the most effective way to return to the ground via your electrical panel. A grounding bar gives an appliances or electrical device a safe way to discharge excess electricity. An electrical circuit relies on both positive and negative electricity. So are we clear with that, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now let's move forward to the transformer. Kindly read, Mr. Ferrer.
Transformer. Transformer is a two or more coils coupled by magnetic induction. It helps keep the frequency and reduce the tension in an AC circuit.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ferrer. So this is what transformer looks like. And this is the electrical symbol of a transformer. So, electrical transformer are machines that transfer electricity from one circuit to another with, with changing voltage level but no frequency change. Today, we are designated to use AC supply, which means that fluctuation in supply voltage is impacted by the fluctuation in the current. So an increase in current will bring about an increase in the voltage and vice versa. Transformers help improve safety and efficiency of power system by raising and lowering the voltage level as and when needed. They are used in a wide range of residential and industrial application, primarily and perhaps most important in the distribution and regulation of power across long distances. So this is the end of our lesson for today. So before we move forward, let's have first an activity. So this activity is entitled A Minute to Learn It. So I will ask one student to share or discuss about her or his takeaways or the important concept that they have learned in the discussion. The student shall deliver their answer or his or her answers in just a minute. So Mr. Romasanta, what did you learn about our topic for today?
Sir, I learned that some electrical devices are have their own symbols.
Okay, you are right because our topic for today is about electrical symbols. So I'm glad that you learned a lot from our topic for today. Then let's move forward for our next activity. So this activity is entitled diagramming. So in a clean piece of paper, draw simple electrical diagram using electrical symbols. The teacher will give you 10 minutes to draw and I will call a random student or one student to present his or her work in the class. So the 10 minutes is running. Okay, I think you are done doing electrical diagram using electrical symbols. So Mr. Rainiel, kindly present your work. Oh, you are muted, Mr. Rainiel. Mr. Rainiel, you are muted. I can hear you.
So, sir, this is my simple diagram. It has a lamp, battery, and a switch.
Okay. So Mr. Rainiel does a series circuit using a battery, lamp, and a close or should I say open switch. So I'm glad that you are doing good, Mr. Rainiel. Okay, we're having a technical problem. So, the second activity or the third activity is the will it stop. So, the instruction is include all the names of the student in the wheel of name. I will spin the wheel to identify the student who will answer the given question. For the first question, why is it important to know the basic electrical symbol? Mr. J. Art, kindly answer this question.
Sir, it is important to know the basic electrical symbols um, to know how to interpret the diagram, sir.
Okay, thank you. Mr. J. Art is right. Is it important to know the basic electrical symbols because it is one of the main component when doing electrical plants such as electrical diagrams. For the second question, to be answered by Mr. Rainiel, why do we need to understand the basic uses of electrical symbols in doing electrical tasks?
Yes, sir. We need to understand the basic uses. So that we can interpret a basic circuit, sir.
Okay, a simple and brief answer, but you are correct. So we need to understand the basic uses of electrical symbol when doing electrical tasks because we can use it in every aspect in electrical, especially in doing electrical diagrams and electrical plans. Okay, now let's move forward for our quiz for today. So here's my instruction. For a quiz using Microsoft Teams application, answer the 10-item questions. Choose the correct answer for each item. It will open exactly 9:50 a.m. and close exactly 10 a.m. So good luck class. The time is running. Are you done class?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
let me check it first. Okay, congratulations class. All of you got the perfect score. Give yourself a virtual clap. Okay, for your assignment, using a clean short coupon band, draw a simple schematic diagram using switch, a battery, and a lamp. So, did you have any clarification, question, or violent reaction?
None, sir.
Okay, if none, then let's call it a day. Goodbye and thank you, class. You may now leave the team.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.